My grandfather, Otis Brumby Sr., was one of the founding members of the club in 1919. I think it was an opportunity for community members to come together and for some fellowship, but also to talk about some issues in the community and try to progress some issues in the community. Since my grandfather joined, they now allow women. And somebody has 4 older sisters, I'm all in favor of women being part of the group.
My early remembrances of Rotary is at home and at the supper table. We would find out from Daddy who did what at Rotary today. You know, almost every week somebody had sunshine, and I got to wondering what sunshine was all about. And the Rotary Club sponsored a Boy Scout troop. We had to come in to give sort of, I guess more or less, an annual report. You know, that makes you a young fellow right nervous to get up in front of 100 people. And all of these really first-class businessmen that I knew all around town made me feel so welcome. They came up to me and shook my hands, and it's the atmosphere in the Rotary meetings were just very special to me, and they would pay any attention to me, you know.
I think back to 1957, and my good friend Wilder Little, he brought me in. What made it special also is the camaraderie and the storytelling around the table and with friends I didn't see during the week. We always had a good time, and I'd hate to repeat some of the stories that were told.
I joined the Rotary Club in March of 1960. I was meeting at the church right across the street from Mays Ward Funeral Home. When I joined the club, Izzy Schwartz was inducted the same day I was. The food was great then, just like it is now. Rotary's always had good food.
The toughest thing in 1964 for me was to call everybody by the first name. And Judge Daniel, I could not make it. A gentleman named Ewell Hope, I could not call him Ewell. Rotary helped me do 2 major projects. One was the start of the 4th of July parade, and the other was I-75 had just been finished. There were absolutely no landscaping on any interchange. Marietta Rotary Club was the major donor and certainly the organizer of the first landscaping, to my knowledge, of 2 interchanges on I-75.
I had respected Rotary all my life, and to be a part of this distinguished group, I felt quite honored. The fact that I was able to represent the Cobb County School District back in the 80s meant a lot to me. This club is indeed a good opportunity for women and, of course, the men to network. I think that's probably one of the major functions.
I joined Rotary in May of 1981. The club was meeting at the YWCA on Henderson Street. It was a more formal time. Coats and ties were the rule rather than the exception. And the club, then as now, had so many distinguished people. One thing that I've certainly taken from Rotary is the experience of a fellowship and an intimate acquaintance with some of the finest people in this community.
My great-grandfather, Morgan Lewis McNeil, very proud of that name, was one of the original founding members, charter of the 1919 Marietta Rotary Club. Once I came to work in the office, every Wednesday my dad would come back and he'd say, "Morgan, come on, I'm going to take you to Rotary." And after about 2,372 excuses, I finally said, "Okay, Dad." So I went, and then the next day he signed me up. He'd say, "Mom, it's time to give back to your community. This community's been good to your family for over 100 years. So it's like, time to go do your civic duty, Morg."
I was a physician in private practice. I was brought in by a prominent general surgeon whose father helped start this Rotary Club. and just to be included is an extreme privilege. And at that time, we were loaded with physicians of every description, loaded with doctors, every specialty, every original member to a subspecialty at Kennestone was a member of this club at one time. We all had a common interest in doing more than just practice medicine. We wanted to improve our community.
I have been so fortunate over the years, and I've been helped by so many people, that I wanted to find an organization that was giving back to the community. And after coming to the Rotary Club, after being invited to become a member, I found this to be the ideal place for me. There's over 1.5 million members of the Rotary Club around the world. So I think I have 1.5 million brothers and sisters.
Well, the Rotary Club of Marietta was progressive in its day, obviously starting on October 23rd, 1919. And I think today it's progressing and evolving with the times as types of businesses evolve in Marietta, types of people involved in Marietta. The common denominator to me is just the fact that we want the business and community leaders of Marietta in the club collaborating together for the common good and putting service above self.